Originally, I'm from Buenos Aires, Argentina. I made Aliyah 20 years ago, and today I live in Jaffa. Buenos Aires is a huge city. It has millions of people. It's crowded, chaotic, incredible. I love it. I'm part of the Disabilities team. Recently, I dealt with studies that focus on assistive technology, an area that is really developed both in Israel and worldwide. I've also been involved in various studies on the integration of young people with disabilities who live in the periphery. For example, we now have a new study on changes at the Ministry of Labor and Social Affairs to establish a disabilities administration. It's an organizational change and a change in approach. Recently, my team gathered solutions for the government that are being used by other countries to address the needs of children with disability during the COVID crisis. We focused the discussion on the most critical issues, including distance learning, continuity of care, parental guidance, and more. Days later, the Ministry of Education published the national guidelines for special education children, focusing on the issues that we presented. It was very satisfying to work on helping such vulnerable children and their families during this difficult time, and to see our efforts immediately translated into national policy. I have a BA in Economics and Sociology from Tel Aviv University, an MA in Organizational Sociology also from Tel Aviv, and I'm a doctoral candidate in the Geography Department's Urban Planning track at Ben-Gurion University. I come from a background in disability studies, which basically deals with disabilities not just as a health issue, but as a social and cultural one. A key part of disability studies is research with social significance that leads to social change and improves the lives of people with disabilities. So for me, research is always social research. I had a friend who worked at Brookdale. She told me that there was a disabilities team here. I was really excited because not many places in Israel deal with disability from the social perspective. There's still a lot of attention paid to disabilities from the medical perspective or rehabilitative or clinical perspectives, but there's not a lot of research from a qualitative perspective. So I got very excited, and as soon as she told me that a position had become available, I jumped at the chance. I'm one of the editors at the Reader S, a feminist media platform, which sounds very serious, but actually most of what I do there is write about television. I really enjoy TV series, and it's fun to combine television and feminism, to analyze all sorts of series, not just feminist ones. Even the most mainstream ones, like Game of Thrones. It's fun to produce a weekly post on what was feminist in the latest episode. So we're now in an era where feminism is cool. It's everywhere. It's great. In terms of my work at MJB, my hope is that Brookdale continues to be one of the key players in the field of disability research, that we continue to be part of interesting and relevant studies that deal with policy and advance policy for the benefit of people with disabilities.